Yeah, we going to the top. All day, steady grind, it don't stop. Big rig coming through down the block. 18-wheel hustle, working round the clock. Making money moves in every single state. Keep it moving, chasing dreams. How can anybody hate? I was down, now I'm up. Beat $100 stakes. Trying to make it to the top. Never trusting any snakes.
What's going on, people? What's going on? How y'all doing? Welcome back to Dots with Thomas, episode 2. Hey, today I want to talk about relationships and trucking. I haven't seen a lot of videos on this. There should be some videos on it, but anyways, I want to talk about a serious topic. So a lot of people get into trucking and they're currently in relationships, they're engaged, they have boyfriends, girlfriends, wives, husbands, and they get into trucking. But a lot of people don't think about the effects that trucking has on a relationship. Alright? One thing I want to tell you guys is that there is an extremely high, and I'm not trying to be negative, guys, I'm just trying to shed some light on this topic, but there's an extremely high divorce rate in trucking. And the reason being is because you're always gone, you're always away from home. You can't be there to support your spouse or your boyfriend or girlfriend physically and mentally. So you're not always there to give them the right love that they need, right? A lot of people think that, you know, they get into this industry because, you know, you're gonna make a lot of money. There is a lot of money to be made in this industry, but the long-term effects that it has on someone's relationship is extreme, and it's really hard to deal with. You know, you have to think about your spouse or your significant other while you're away from home, living life in a truck. What they think about being by themselves all the time. Because some of us are gone for like weeks at a time. Some of us stay out for months at a time, just depending on, you know, what they like to do, or depending on what kind of a route they have, if they have a dedicated route or whatever. Some of us are able to go home once a weekend, which isn't bad, you know. That's not too bad on a relationship. But even then, the days that you're not there, you know, they're still alone, and it takes a toll on somebody else. And I want to make this video because I want to give you something to think about. If you are in a relationship and you think about getting into trucking, you have to realize that you are not going to be there for that person when they need you all the time, physically and mentally. Now, there's some people out there that need that physical love. I'm not just talking about sex, I'm just talking about that physical love and emotion. And when you're not there to give it to them, you know, they feel empty. They feel empty. And some of those people go to other people to get that. And that's just a fact. That's just a fact, man. There's a lot of adultery going on in the industry. And it could be on their side, or it could be on our side as truck drivers. Because it could be vice versa. You know, we could be the person that needs that love and attention, and when we're not feeling that from them, we go out and do our thing. And I'm not saying that that's everybody. I'm not saying that's everybody, because some people are extremely loyal, which is great. But it's not like that for everybody, you know. And you have to think about that before you get into this industry. It can take a huge toll on your relationship, and if you're engaged to your boyfriend or girlfriend, you know, it's not always the best thing, man. It's not all glitz and glamour being a truck driver and being away all the time. And I want to make this video because I want to try to help some people, man. I want to try to help some people that are into serious relationships, that if you want to get into this industry and you're in a serious relationship, you really have to be in an understanding with your significant other that you're going to be away all the time. and you're not always going to be there to support them mentally and physically. And when I say mentally, I'm not just talking about having constant communication, which is a great thing. And by the way, if you're in a relationship, you really need to have really solid communication. If your significant other is a truck driver, communication has to be a very big thing for y'all if y'all want the relationship to succeed and be good. Because without that, you and the other person are going to start to become further and further away from each other. You and the other person are going to start to become further and further away from each other. And the feelings that y'all have for each other are going to slowly diminish and go away. And like I said, I'm not trying to sound negative. I'm just trying to shed light on this topic because it's something that people need to know and really think about and realize. Right? Like I said, the divorce rate is extremely high for truckers because their husbands or their wives can't deal with someone being away all the time. And at first, things could be great, man. Things could be peachy, you know. They're gonna understand that you're away. But the long-term effects of it can be dangerous to your relationship. It can be really dangerous to your relationship. And I really want to point out the younger people that are watching this video that are thinking about getting into trucking that have serious relationships. All right. I don't want anything bad to happen to y'all's relationship or anything like that. But as younger people, it could really take a toll on you because mentally you haven't achieved that completeness in your mind. You're not, and I'm not trying to sound bad, but you're not all the way there yet mentally. You know, some people have gone through a lot of things at a young age. I went through a lot of stuff when I was younger, and I was 19 years old when I first got married, and I was in the military, and I went through my first divorce, and I went through my second divorce in 2017, 2018. I was a truck driver. My wife was always at home with our baby boy, and I was never there, so that had took a toll on our relationship as well, you know. But I just want to tell you guys that if you are in a serious relationship and you're really trying to do serious things in y'all's future, just really think about it, man. It's being away from your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband or wife for weeks at a time can take a serious toll on your relationship, whether it be you or them. And I'm telling you this because there's other things that you can do to make money. And I'm not telling you not to get into trucking if you're in a relationship. I'm just letting you know, like right now, that when you're away from them, it can have a big effect on y'all's relationship or anything like that. All right, you're gone for weeks at a time. You're not there to be there for them physically, mentally. Some people like to have I'm not trying to sound funny, but some people like to have sex a lot, you know, and they need that physical love. And when you're not there to give it to them all the time, you know, they go out and do other things. That's just the truth of it. I don't want anybody to get hurt getting into a relationship and being a truck driver and them having to deal with that. So I'm just spreading awareness to let you know that type of stuff is pretty heavy out here in the trucking industry, and that type of stuff happens on a day-to-day basis, being a truck driver. And I'm not saying that your significant other is out there doing that. I'm not saying that. So don't think I'm saying that everybody is like that. I just want to let you guys know to really think about that before you get into this industry. That it could take a big toll on y'all's relationship. Like I said, there's other things to do to make money. You know, that you can make great money doing other jobs. You just got to find them and look for them. Some people, trucking is the only thing that they have because, you know, a lot of trucking jobs require no experience. They don't require a big degree, and you can make $2,000 a week without a degree, you know, which is great, man. you'll have that financial stability. But when it comes to your relationship, it's not all the best. So I just want you guys to think about that before you get into trucking, and really think about it before you take the step. But I appreciate y'all watching this video. This is Thoughts with Thomas. Bye.